Welcome back to the channel, it's the King Koopa. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to be doing a little customizing on Betty White. That is our crew cab Silverado back there lifted on 40s. So today we're going to be doing this modification that is long overdue. We're going to be adding some 2-inch wheel spacers to the rear end. Now you might be wondering why to the rear end. That's because when you get a lift kit that has the cross members in the front with the aftermarket spindles, those spindles do stick out 1.5 inches on each side. That is going to widen your front wheelbase, so it's going to look like you have a little booty in the back. I've had this truck for 4 or 5 years now and never really even thought about adding wheel spacers to it. I didn't want them to break or have any issues with them, but I didn't change my mind until I seen my truck driving down the road. Somebody else was driving my truck and I was behind, and I was sitting there looking and I was like, wow, my truck literally looked like it was driving crooked because you could see the front wheel sticking way out farther than the back wheel, and I was like, there's no way my truck is crooked, you know. I put that thing together and I know that thing is straight. So as I was following behind my truck, I scooched over to the passenger side, looked down that angle, and I was like, wow, that side looks like it's driving crooked too. That's because my axle widths aren't the same because of that aftermarket lift kit in the front. Same day after that drive, I hit up Far From Stock store, got a hold of those guys, got us some 2-inch wheel spacers. This is not a sponsored product, I bought these by myself, but they do offer a lot of cool products for our trucks, a huge supply of wheel spacers, and these things are super heavy duty. I'm actually real excited to put these on. While we are installing these wheel spacers, we are going to take an extra precautionary measure and use some blue Loctite. That's going to hold those lug nuts on there, keep them from backing out. But blue Loctite will allow us to eventually take those lug nuts off again. If you wanted to use red Loctite, those things would be glued on there and you probably would never get those off. So blue Loctite is for when you want to remove it again. Red Loctite is for when your ex wants you to change their oil or remove their wheels or whatever, and then you just Loctite them things back on. I'm just kidding, do not do that. So let's grab our jack stands, throw these bad boys on, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys enjoy. So we got our 12-ton jack stands and we have our 3-ton jack. My 4-ton jack is actually at my parents' shop, so hopefully they can pick this thing up. This thing might be struggling a little bit. My truck does weigh about 9,000 pounds, which a lot of that's going to be in the front by the engine, so hopefully we don't have any issues and don't break our jack, because I actually like this jack a lot. If you're wondering, these are Fox 2.0 quad shocks in the rear. One day when I get some time, I will pull all this out, probably get it powder coated, coat the frame, get it all looking nice and neat, get the shocks rebuilt, but sometimes you just don't always have time for that. So probably not this winter, but maybe next winter I'll get that done. Now we can pull our center caps off. After that we can pull our spikes off and finally have access to the lug nuts. Yo, that's way too heavy. And to recap on why I bought a 2-inch spacer, that is because with the rotor on, your lug nut studs for the Silverado are about 1 7/8 inches, and this is a 2-inch spacer, so once we put this bad boy on, you will only have about 1/8 of an inch from it hitting this edge. So if you get anything smaller than a 2-inch spacer for your Silverado, these tips of your lug nut studs are going to stick out past these holes right here, and you're actually going to have to shave your lug nut studs off, and I didn't really want to do that, so that is why we went with the 2-inch. So the rear of the truck is just going to be 1/2 inch wider on each side of the truck, so 1 inch wider than the front, so I don't think that'll be too noticeable. So if anything, I think it'll give it just a little bit of stance, so I think it'll look pretty good. So we are just going to prep it right now by putting 3 little dots on there, and that is it. On each stud, you don't want to put too much on there. 3 dots is enough. And just so you guys know, this is not a hub-centric spacer. You do not need a hub-centric spacer for the Silverados because the lug nuts themselves are hub-centric, I guess you could say, or centric on the lug nut studs. So as you tighten these on, this little beveled edge right here is going to tighten down and center itself on the lug nut stud. Now that we just hand tighten those, we're going to go through one more time and torque them all to 100 foot-pounds with our old school torque wrench. Boom. Alright, now it's time to put the wheel back on. And this is the part of the video where I should be asking for my girlfriend's help right now, because I have not been to the gym in a while, and this bad boy is pretty heavy, and I can already hear it by the time she is watching this video right now. She's probably going to be pretty irritated with me, but oh man, I got this. Oh. Okay, I don't think that's the best way. Oh, yo. Oh, this thing is heavy. Okay. I got it. I'm gonna roll the tire this way, throw my slide hammer box underneath the back, and then bring the tire back up on top. Well, right now I am waiting for her to come out here so she can help me. So if I ever pop a tire and actually have to use that spare, and I'm by myself, I'm screwed. Oh, I picked it up at the head. There we go. It's a little wider. Yeah. All right, there we go. Ooh. Whew. Hey, baby! I need your help again. And that is a wrap on this install. I really wish I would have done this modification a long time ago, because it helps complete the truck. The truck looks great. It definitely makes it look way more proportional now, because before it had a tiny booty. Now it looks like she'd been doing squats. So I'm actually super happy with it. Once I added those spacers, I realized how big of a difference it really made. And sometimes you don't really know that outside perspective. You truly do not know what your vehicle looks like until someone else is driving it down the road. And that is true for my case, because until someone else was driving my vehicle and I was driving behind, it did not click that I really needed spacers. But as soon as I seen that my truck looked like it was driving crooked, it was like, boom, I need spacers, and I need them now. But I'm super happy with it. She looks great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think I should do next to Betty White. We will be putting her away for the winter, and we'll be doing a couple more modifications on the little black truck. So we should have plenty of time to do some couple small things for now. So if you do have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys are really amazing. Again, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will catch you in next week's video.